Hello everybody, Trekkie here with another episode of Trekkie Plays Minecraft, the next world generation. So today we got a few random things in order, mainly more starting up stuff, but I have a few things I really want to show you. First, I've been working on the house. As you might have noticed, it's very housey. It's not complete by a long shot, got a lot left to do, but yeah, I've just been plugging away at it, gave it a nice roof, gave it some windows. Windows aren't set, but basically just a lot of variants to keep it interesting. This cat's trying to get in my house. Added some side bits here. Of course, the front door, which has no door. In the front here are little gardens, so we could actually grow some plants in here. We got some flowers for the herbs and potions mod, or the potions and more mod rather. And this is a grape from Magical Crops, both made by the same author, Mark. I think it's Mark 719, not sure. Get ourselves some nice juicy grapes replant. We didn't get any extra seeds, but we did get some nice juicy grapes to eat later. And of course these plants could be used to make potions, special potions. And there's a snake out here. There's a snake in my boots. Anyways, as you can see from the inside, it's not too bad. I have a lot of work I still need to do on the roof. And like I said, it's not finished, but it is a home. It is a base of operations. Of course, I've been plugging it away in here as well. And I think overall, in the end, it'll look nice. Of course, we still need to add some windows, and we still need to add some decor. So let's go ahead and get some glass and some wool. Now typically if you wanted carpet in your house, you'd have to just dig out a square and put a wool in it. Well, not so much with Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod. You can take a few different color wool and you get red carpet. And I think there's green, white, black and such. So let's... Wow, that doesn't work at all. Yeah, a nice little welcome home carpet. We come in here, we wipe off our feet. We don't want to get dirt all over our nice floor. So that's a nice little option that we could use to decorate up our home. Of course, that may not be the final place I put it, but just for demonstrational purposes. And of course, we have glass. Now, glass panes for some reason are bugged for me that they're completely invisible, but that doesn't mean we can't use glass. And the good thing about glass is it works with the Chisel Mod. So let's look at all the different glassing options. We got Chinese glass, which is very like red ornate glass. We got dungeon glass. We got all kind of stuff. Japanese glass, screen, streak glass, which is basically regular glass without the borders. Thick grid glass. Borderless glass, which it looks like it has a border to me. Bubble glass, all kind of different variations that you could use to make your, just make things stand out a little bit more. Do we have anything called modern iron fence? Ornate steel glass, light glass, dungeon glass. Let's try a couple of these Japanese glass, just for the sake of trying, on these big windows in this room over here. Let's see, if we change the other ones to a different kind of glass, let's say borderless glass, just something nice and clear to see through. We could vary it. It said borderless glass, but it looks like it has a border to me. I'm just saying. Now that it's placed, I can't get it back without breaking it, so it'll stay there for now, but let's try a different kind of glass. And of course these ain't going to be the final. Okay, actually I do have more glass, don't I? Let's just try streak glass. It looks like it's just glass without any borders. So yeah, basically that looks like a connected texture. No border. That's actually pretty nice. That's actually would have fit better over here than the bordered ones, which is supposed to be borderless, but maybe I'm just seeing things, but it looks like it has borders to me. So this is a nice glass. So we could use that for majority of the house, and I'm going to put Japanese glass on the top just to add a little, because it's kind of brownish. It kind of goes with the wood, so I think it kind of looks nice. It looks nice without these border glass though. So boop. So pretty nice way to decorate your home. Let's get some more glass going. These streak glass are really nice, and some Japanese glass. So I don't know if you could silk touch these or not. Let's see if they react like normal glass. Yeah, they break. Okay, so Japanese glass at the top. It's one thing I love about the Chisel Mod is just, even though you're using the exact same block, the different looks to it adds a lot more variance and general distinction and flavor to your house. That's why I like all these different blocks. I mean, basically my house is built almost entirely out of wood. This is oak. These two different looking ones are both oak. This is of course birch, but it looks completely different. So it's really nice. It's really nice. And of course I have glass up there, but I can't really grab it right now. Some Japanese glass up there. There's sheep in my house. It's never a good thing to have sheep in your house. Let's do it again over here. This will also help keep annoying zombies out, which is always a bonus in my book. No more glass. So just a few different ways to get out of my house. This is a no sheep zone. Of course, I think you could actually add variants to iron bars as well. Let's have a look. Actually, iron bars are 6, not 7. I should know better than that. But, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I accidentally click, so. Alright, I forget you could draw. Sometimes I can forget on that. So let's try the chisel on iron bars. Oh yeah. Definitely look at all these. Well, these look without frame. They look exactly the same. You got menacing iron bars. You got menacing iron spikes. Cage iron bars. I like this one. The iron grid kind of looks like a fence or like screen doors and such. Let's try that. Let's see how that looks, because I had set up. I wanted to kind of have this front area to be screened in. So let's. Of course, it takes iron bars to do so. Yeah, it kind of looks like a screen. You may have to use a little bit of imagination, but it does look like a screen. A little bit of imagination never hurt anybody. Let's put some over here so they can't climb over this block and fall onto the soil. I'll of course need more iron, but yeah. It looks like a screen, basically. Little thick screen, but you can still see through it, and it gives that general impression. So lots of cool things you can do with even basic blocks that you've used a million times, just really to give variance. Let's put this stuff in the chest now that I've done with that for this episode. Don't need any more of that. Our juicy plump grapes. I got snake, cobra. I got cobra commander eggs. Let's just drop them on the ground. And they hatch and yeah, see, egg hatching soon. Keep watch. The hatched creature will be lost if you leave the area. So if you collect eggs from some of the mobs from Mo creatures, you can get yourself some pets. So that's pretty cool. Oops, I picked it. So we got a pet. We need a pet. We're going to call this one Denial. Oops. After a friend of mine, a longtime friend of mine. He's a cobra. Maybe we could get this other one to hatch as well. And have two friends. And they start off small, but they actually grow bigger. So that's kind of neat. Neat little feature. Of course, they'll probably end up popping out through the windows. We'll call this one after another of my friends. Mortimus. Cool dude, both cool dudes, long-time friends. So, yeah. Two friends that keep me company. You can have all kind of things. You can have horses, of course. This is where they're going to have getting the horses for 1.6 from Dark Dazark's Mo Creatures. So, I get to have horses in 1.5, so and some of my flowers are growing. We're gonna have to make some potions soon. I think that'll help us with all those really nasty named mobs. All right, let's progress here. So last episode at the very end, we were talking about we made a basic stone pickaxe. But what if you wanted to make something else? There's more than just stone and basic stuff. Well, one thing I want to do is make a bronze pickaxe. And just like in IC2 and other mods that use bronze, same basic recipe, and it gets you a bunch of bronze. Now, if it's Greg Tech, you'd only get one bronze, but we don't use Greg Tech. I'm not using IC2 either, so. And that's more than enough. So let's make ourselves a nice pickaxe. Actually, I need paper. It's getting nighttime. Let's sleep it away so I don't get no nasty zombies and stuff running in here. Like I can hear it already. Lifesteal regen vengeance. That is terrible. It's always that kind too. And they're almost impossible to kill. Because not only do they regenerate faster than they lose health in the sun. Well, this one's actually losing health pretty decent quick. But every damage you do to them, they do back to you. So it's a very nasty mob. Yeah, I'm going to end up killing myself long before I kill it. And it's just regenerating health at ridiculous rates. So almost invulnerable. Basically, they're almost invulnerable. There's really nothing I can do at it. Oh! Okay. Whatever it is, I don't want it. Okay. A little bit nasty there. Stuff is just exploding on me. It's like I'm an 80s style action hero running away from explosions. Let's get some reed. These guys, these zombies. Where did he go? Is he stuck or something? It looks like he's stuck. I really don't care. Let's just let him be stuck right now. I can't deal with him. Just annoying. I do like the kind of screen look of that. It's kind of neat. My house isn't completely safe yet, but anyways, we're gonna make ourselves a really nice. Damn. Things stomping all over my stuff. Oh yeah, just toss it on the ground, Trekkie. That's how you do it. Thought I put it over there. So we're gonna make ourselves a pickaxe. And you may be wondering, why did I need paper to make a pickaxe? Well, paper as a material for Tinker's Construct adds extra modifiers if one of the materials of the item has paper in it. And most stuff you make will have 3 modifiers by default. So paper as a tool binding, for example, will add an extra modifier without making the tool or such weaker. So, for example, we put bronze ingot for our pickaxe head. That's going to be is a little bit faster, a little bit more handle modifier for durability and more durability. So basically, just slightly better than iron. So we got our bronze pickaxe head. Next, we're going to do our tool rod, which uses half of an ingot. So you'll always get a chunk back and you'll get your bronze. But a pickaxe needs a tool binder, which is material cost 0.5 as well. If we put that over here and grab one of our paper, since the paper binding doesn't affect mining speed or whatever, we could use it and it'll add an extra modifier. That's the paper special ability. Different materials have special abilities. Like obsidian is reinforced 3, which basically means the lower reinforced basically means the lower durability it is, the harder it is to lose the durability. So we go to our axe. Got a pickaxe head, we got our paper, and we got our thing. So over here, before you even create it, you can see the stats. It's got 454 durability, which is really nice. Attack is not really so important for a pickaxe. The paper will lower the attack, but we don't really care. Mining speed is 7.0. Iron is 6.0. Mining level mining level is redstone. That means it's the same as iron, basically. Could mine up to redstone, but not stuff that you would require diamond to mine, like obsidian. And as you can see, it has 4 modifiers. Typically, you'd have 3. So that paper added extra modifier. That's useful for adding extra bonuses to a weapon, which we're about to do right now. Let's give it a name. Maybe a little knock to, like I did in my stream, to Dead Space. We'll call it the Planet. Make sure I'm not putting 50 different space. The Planet Cracker. That seems like it has a lot of spaces in it, but I guess not. Oh well. And I could get rid of this crappy stone pickaxe finally and actually be able to mine something. So I'm talking about modifiers. Why would I be so worried about getting extra modifiers? Well, let's put some of this stuff away that I don't need immediately. Put the metal stuff in here. I just happen to have 2 things that could give you modifiers. That being, well, actually 3 things. We have a diamond, so I got that off of a rare mob, some redstone, and some lapis lazuli. The great thing about Tinker's Construct is not only be able to mix max materials for different durabilities, attacks, but also being able to modify your tools to your liking. So, and of course, all the books for Tinker's Construct tell you all this. So let's get our books. Let's find our books for Tinker's Construct. Let's do this the way you'd probably learn as if you were doing it yourself. So materials in you. This basically the getting started recipes. Tells you about the basic benches. Tells you how to make the grout and stuff, which we'll worry about in a moment. Materials in you. It tells you about the different tools, what they do. Of course, there's some rapier. There's longsword. Rapier ignores armor. Longsword has some charge and extra damage. Dagger, which is you could actually right click and you can throw the dagger. Battle sign, knock to capture, complete the monuments. So now you have materials. You can see, wood, iron, blah 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 blah, slime, paper. It tells you just about everything, even some of the special things like manulian, or however you pronounce it. Steel, whatnot. Now we got modifiers. Diamond. It gives the tool 500 extra durability and increases the mining level to 3, which basically makes it equivalent to a diamond pickaxe. That means it can mine obsidian, and anything a diamond pickaxe can do. Essentially, you could add diamond to a wooden pickaxe and make a wooden pickaxe that can mine obsidian. Sure, it mines slow as sin. Of course, you got emerald, which adds 50% more durability. You can't stack them, which means you could only add 1 emerald and 1 diamond to a single item. But these, you can add 1 emerald and 1 diamond to the same item, which 500 extra durability and 50% more durability. Well, that's added up. Redstone increases the mining speed by 0.08 for each redstone, and there's 50 redstone in a single modifier. So if I were to add 50 redstone worth of increase to a single weapon, that's counted as 1 modifier. If I added 51, that would count as another 50. So you could keep using up modifiers to make it mine ridiculously fast, but you might want to save them for other things. Of course, mossy to make it auto regen in the sunlight, and of course lapis is equivalent to fortune. Now you're going to need 450 lapis to get fortune 3. I think it's 100 for fortune 1. So quite a bit of lapis needed, but gives a bonus to the material. And of course, lapis block gives you more per combine. It's not actually giving you more fortune. It just, instead of taking 9 lapis over and over and over, you just do it and it'll give you 9 in one shot. And there's other things. You got quartz, nether quartz for extra damage, fiery with blaze powder. So let's add some. Of course, I'm going to want to be able to mine as a diamond pick would, and plus I wouldn't mind having as you can see, my durability went up from 400 to 954, and it says modifier. One of the modifiers got taken away, so that's another good reason to have an extra modifier. Now this pick is as good as a diamond pick, maybe not as fast, but it can mine anything a diamond pick can. So that's going to be good. We could get, of course, obsidian to go to the nether, or whatever the case may be. And of course 500 extra durability is never a bad thing. So if we add redstone in here, and of course as you hold it, it'll look different with these different modifiers on it too. You see the mining speed up went a little, from 7 to 7.8, and you can see redstone 1 out of 50. That means on this modifier, as you can see 3 down to 2, you could add 50 redstone to increase more mining before you need another modifier. So if we just do this the long and arduous way, this is why you might want to make blocks. Save yourself a little trouble. Now I'm up to 7.88, 8.2. So each one adds a little bit of speed. And I think you could use a diamond block and a diamond to add an extra modifier and a nether star to add yet another one, and for a total of, I guess, 2 extra modifiers as well, if you wish to do it that way. 9.48. So we got 9.8 starting at 7.0. So an extra 2.8 mining speed overall. Now if we add some, you can see, look, 1 out of 450, and I have 1 modifier left after this, which we could add more redstone or whatever the case may be. Could add nether quartz and make a pickaxe that doubles as a weapon. I mean, 1.5 is not really that bad a damage start off. So just keep going, and you'll know you'll actually have Fortune 1, because I think it actually says Fortune 1. So we don't really have it yet. But this is basically how you modify your tools. It's a really cool system, allows you to really customize what you want and don't want on a particular item. And the best thing is, if all the durability goes down, sure, you can't really use the pick, but you could repair it and it'll still maintain all your enchants. So really cool mod. We've done as much as I could possibly do with it. We don't have Fortune 1 yet, but for demonstrational purposes, it's a pretty badass pick. If we put our sword in there, you can see the sword attack is 3. The pick was 1.5. So if we added extra damage to it, we could essentially make a pick that's both mining and attacking. So very cool. Make sure it's still day. I don't want stuff to be clogging up on me. So, you know, we've done that. It's all cool. But is there anything else to the mod? Well, there's actually a multi-block structure that you could use to melt down ores and basically increase your ore output. Basically the same as a macerator or pulverizer. Basically, 1 ore would give you 2. And there's the ability to create alloys with the same same multi-block structure and create some of the more powerful things, like Manilian or Cobalt, which are really powerful materials. So how do we make this structure? This is where we go back to materials and new. We need to make the bricks and stuff that we need for all that. We need grout, and grout is sand, gravel, and clay, which gives you 2 grout, which we have here: sand, gravel, and clay. If I could get it in there, it gives you 2 grout. What we do with the grout, we put it in the oven. We sit here, la 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 la, and hopefully it's about done. Gives you a seared brick. So what do we do when we have these seared bricks? We go back in here and look at our recipe. We have our seared bricks by smelting it. We combine 4 seared bricks to make a seared brick block, basically, which is the cornerstone of the smeltery, which is basically that multi-block structure I was talking about. So let's get this other one, not that we really desperately need it. So we put 4 in a pattern, like, you know, you would be stone bricks or anything, and you get a seared brick. And if you watch my inventory, we got another book. This will tell us what we could do and how we build the smeltery. So table content, introduction, casting, construction, alloys, and recipes, all kind of cool stuff. It basically tells you what you're going to need. We're going to need 9 seared bricks, 1 smeltery controller, 1 lava tank, any combination of faucet, blah 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 blah. This is basically what the structure will look like. Tells you the different alloys. We're going to need a cast. So aluminum brass, which we're going to need, is 3 aluminum and 1 copper. And there's basically, and it tells you how to make all this. So let's make a smeltery controller and 9 seared bricks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, that gives us our seared bricks. I totally didn't draw that correctly. We've got a smeltery controller. Yep, it's about getting nighttime. Let's sleep before we get bad things all over us. Are our snakes still around, or they just there's butterflies in my house? I don't know where the snakes went. Looks like they hightailed it on us. Our snakes don't love us. Alright, anyways. I'm gonna keep this book on here. Oh, there they are. They're standing in the actual pit. And you can pick them up. Yeah, you can pick them up, put them on your shoulder, walk around with your little friends. But as you may notice, they've gotten bigger. They've gotten some bigger, so yeah, they grow. They don't grow indefinitely. They'll stop growing after a while, but excuse me, you two. I'm trying to build something. They're very insistent. So you start for the machine, you put 3 in the middle. Bam. You're gonna want something back. You don't. Excuse me. Oh, got a little bit of suffocation. They're really. It's just so big in the way. Get our smeltery controller, which we're gonna toss on the ground apparently. Put it on front here. That of course you're gonna need lava, and this will tell you that. So we're gonna need some other things. What else do we need for our? We're gonna need a lava tank. So let's look at and see what we need to make a lava tank. Lava tank is that in glass, which I think I actually used all my glass in the demonstration. Way to go, Trekkie! Way to go, dude! Actually, I could just turn it back to glass. I'm still gonna smelt the rest of this up, anyways. Put it in here. Get glass back. Thank you. Chisel. Let's get out of here. Let's start cooking these sand up into glass. Good thing I made a lot of bricks. I don't think I needed this much bricks, but I figured what the heck, I might as well make sure I have enough. Probably going to need a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's make 8. There's easier ways to do that. Yes, I could draw. I keep forgetting about the draw feature. I've been playing in 1.4 so long that I forget that I actually have it. So that, brick in the middle, brick in the back. So yeah, and I could just make them here. Okay. What else do we have to make? So we're going to need 1 faucet, 1 casting table. Faucet, casting table. And casting table is basically how you're going to use the molten ores to make weapons directly. Or weapons or tools, or directly rather. Faucet. Alright, what else could we make? We can make seared glass, or seared windows, which is more glass and a window. I'd like to have a lot of windows. And of course a casting bin, which allow you to, basically if you have a little bit of molten level in there, or molten metal in there rather, and you don't have nothing to do with it, you could put it in the casting bin to hold till later, which is not a bad thing to have, really. And you're going to need, of course, the faucet to put it in that as well. So Need some more bricks. So glad I made a bunch of these. Clearly not where I wanted it to go. I don't want it to go in the thing either. Wow, this is just... There, thank you. Pretty tough, these seared bricks. And they're not bad, they're black bricks. So, I mean, if you were really so inclined, you could use them as building structure, I'm sure. And extra stuff you could just put in there. And if you, once it fills up, it'll actually form a solid block of that resource. So, very nice. And of course, put some more over here. And we just need something across the top. We could basically do whatever, use whatever we wanted. Where's my glass? Okay. Seared window. So we just plug right on top of there, and you can actually see what's inside it. And for now, I'm just going to use a regular seared brick. Well, I had a lot extra. I way overproduced. But you could actually make the structure taller, so it could fit a whole bunch of stuff in there. So now all we really need, that's just a visual representation of how much lava is in it. Now we just need lava. Let's go get ourselves some lava. There's a lava pool right nearby, in fact. All these butterflies. I had some pine so I can make my roof. Is that a... I thought I saw some... Oh, it's another butterfly on the roof. Where's my lava pit? There's an ostrich. There's all kind of stuff around here. Probably going to need a couple buckets worth. But we'll worry about that later. I just want to show you how it basically works. And then we'll move on. It's an important thing. I mean, we're going to be using it a lot going forward. So, how do you end up putting it? Do you right click this? And it fills up a little bit with lava. And if you go over here, you can... Actually, this tells you how much is smelted inside it, not how much lava, sorry. This shows you how much lava you have in your system. So let's get a little bit more lava. Nothing so fanciful as lava pumps or anything. We're just going to have to run and grab it with a bucket. Not a very deep pool, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. There's another. We'll get some from the nether eventually, but we're just starting off, so we have only the basics to work with. These butterflies are no good from a system. But this is going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this. So we got some lava in here. Let's smelt some stuff. Let's smelt some stuff. Actually, we need... Do we have enough? We don't have enough... Oh, we do have aluminum ore. Well, thank God. And you need ore, not... I think you could use ingots as well, but we're going to use the ore version. So copper... And this will get us a brass, some brass molds. And you could use these to make, put ingots in. So all we have to do is find, where do we put these in? This is a smeltery controller. Let me make sure I got this right. Smeltery controller, smeltery drain, okay, this should be an area for me to hold on, I'll be right back once I figure out what I'm doing wrong. Alright, we're back. This is actually a completely different save. So you may notice the house is a little bit different and everything, but we basically had to restart the entire world because of I had to change a whole bunch of IDs to get everything working properly. But we'll worry about that in the next episode. Or maybe I'll just... I don't know. We did it all on a stream, so we caught back up, so that's cool. So what I was trying to show you basically is this multi-block. It's called a smeltery. It's from not Twilight Forest, Tinker's Construct. Basically, what it does is it turns ores into liquid metal, and then you can use the metals to make ingots or blocks or whatever. And it basically works similar to a macerator. Basically, whatever ore you put in, you get double the output out. So if I put in one ore, like say if I put in one ore of iron, I'd get 2 iron ingots worth of ore. So that's basically how you do it, and that's how you get some of the more advanced metals to make tools with. So the first thing you're going to need to do after you're done building this monstrosity and have some lava is you're just going to need to put in some ores. We're going to need some basically molds, because we can't use the paper ones to create molds out of liquid metal, so we need to make molds out of. So we're going to use, it's basically 3 aluminum and 2 copper, or no, 3 aluminum, 1 copper per 2 or 4 molds. I forget exactly the math, but it's 3 to 1 for combined. And you just wait for them to smelt up. La la la, la 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 la. It can be a long process, but it's a pretty neat system. Sort of mimics real life smelteries or more real life ore. Dealing with ores, and you can see it'll form like a liquid in there. It's kind of like pinkish. Sometimes they have different colors, but it's not really important. You can't really mouse over, and I can just go wait for the copper to get done, so it'll form, I think it's brass, and we'll have able to make brass molds. So once the copper finally gets done, which there it goes, now it's brass. Just click on the spigot, and it pours into the mold. And these will just form mold sheets. And you just click it, and you got it. Just keep clicking it, and you can make more. You can wait for it to harden. That's the basic idea. So what you would do with these, if you want to have molds, is you take it over to your stencil table. Just like you would make the patterns with the regular, the paper ones. You put these in here, and you cycle through. And you can still use the paper ones if you make ingots. So it's not like you can't use the paper ones, but these allow you to pour in the metal directly into the mold and then make it that way. I think it might save you some material costs. I don't know the exact math on that. But one thing you're definitely going to want to get, probably one of the very first things you're going to... What is this? Large plate cast. What is this stuff? Broad axe head. I don't know anything about this. Broad shovel. Interesting. Large blade. You're going to want an ingot cast. This way you can make ingots directly from the stuff. And I'll worry about the rest later. So, it's a pretty cool system. Like I said, it allows you a lot of... And you could definitely mix metals in here in this... And maybe get some alloys, some special alloys. So let's just get the rest of our... Yeah, there's quite a bit in there. I think each one of those, like 3 aluminum and 1 copper, gives you 4 molds worth. So definitely one of the first things you want to do with the smelter is create molds, obviously. And there is quite a bit, isn't there? And there you go, that's the last of it. So I made one, there's still 1 back in the table, and now I'll have 6. So yeah, definitely 4 per combine. So and then what do you do with the molds you have? Well, you just put the mold in hand, and right click, and the mold is there. So let's put an iron in there. Let the iron smelt up. La 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 la. While the iron's smelting up, I think I'll just describe what we did. Basically, I changed the IDs to fix, because the multi-blocks, they weren't forming. This whole multi-block structure, it was not forming. Something was preventing it from doing so. So basically what I did is I deleted the entire config list. I started from scratch. I went down the list, resetted all my IDs and everything, and I came back and now it finally works. It's still a little bit twitchy. Sometimes it doesn't want to form, but basically changing all the IDs broke the world, so I had to completely restart, and that's what we did in this stream this Tuesday that just passed. And we had some fun. I love doing the streams, and there will be another stream this following Monday, so if anybody who didn't get to catch it might want to join in. It'll be anywhere from 10 a.m. Central to 10 p.m. Central, anywhere in that time. I'm not going to say I'm going to start at 10 a.m. Within that time frame, basically. But yeah, the house is basically finished, except for, adding decor and other things, but it's not a bad looking house, I don't think. And I added some flair on the sides. It's a nice house. It's definitely better than the starter one we had in the first season, that's for sure. Needs some better lighting. Mobs still spawning there, but like I said, I wanted to finish, at least get us back to where we were at the end of before I stopped the video. Earlier in this video, I guess you could say. So is the iron done? Yes, and you can see iron is red. Most of the metals will be red. So we put the red in there. Do we have enough? It'll form iron ingot. And you can see we got 2 ingots out of there just from 1 ore. So basically it's a nice way of doubling your ore output. Very similar to a macerator, pulverizer. Just runs off lava. And it doesn't use a whole lot of lava at that. So it's a pretty efficient system, and it's really cool. Now, if you put, I guess, 9 ingots worth of stuff in here, I guess would be 5 ores. You could just keep pushing until these things are full, and it'll form a block of that particular ore. So if I put 9 ingots in there worth, actually I didn't need to do that, but whatever. I need to smelt this stuff up anyways. And we're demonstrating. I mean, it's a really cool machine. And of course, you make some advanced alloys out of it. I think you can make alloys for pretty much anything you could from other mods. You can make bronze. You probably can make, I don't know if you can make electrum or not. I haven't tested it thoroughly, to be honest. But it's a really cool block. And you could do stuff, not just make ingots. You could put the pickaxe head or a sword head in there. And there's some things you can make with these molds that you can't make with the paper. So definitely worth doing, and a nice way to increase your ore output. And of course I could keep putting them in there. I don't have to just stop at 9. I don't think you could put any more than that. No, because the structure isn't big enough. See, you could keep making it taller. There's no limit to the height of the machine. I just have 2 for now, but as you can see, they're stacked too high, and you can see each of their individual. So the bottom ones got smelted. So we just pour in here. As you can see, it fills up. And I think it'll just keep going until the thing's full. Which will probably, it won't run out, but see what happens. Yep. Formed an iron block. So if you want to just store your ingots and blocks right away, you could just go ahead and fill these up. If you don't have enough to quite fill one of these up, whatever you pour in there will stay in there in case you want to just get some stuff out of there. So really a cool system. We'll be using it quite a bit. But yeah, that's the end for this episode because we're running long. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know it's kind of a skip from old save to new save, but really nothing changed except for the fact that it's a new save. So hope you all enjoyed it. Look forward to a video soon. I know it was kind of a jump, like a lengthy time between videos, but I had to make sure things were set up properly before we go too far into the series. So hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I'll see you all next time. Go for Kurt J. Mac kind of sleep. Phew.